Good morning, gentlemen. I just wanted to try to clarify something. I think we're shopping from different areas when it comes to looking for an ERP for the entire of the company. So I'm going to try to point out what the differences is here and why my shopping may not look like your shopping. Okay, and I hope everybody can get on the same plane with this. So right now, everybody's put their must-haves in, all the things that the software does, and that's what they're approaching these ERP companies with, right? All these companies that provide stuff, we're approaching them and they're asking them what they can do. So that's one approach to do it. But what I'm shopping is the entire business model. Everything you see in blue, right? That's what I'm shopping. So let me explain this a little bit. So most business models either going to have one or two different ways. As a company looking for something, an ERP, we're either going to approach the ERP company, which is what you guys are doing at Summertown, what I've done in the past. Another option is to go through a reseller or a consultant, and they will recommend other, not only this software, but other softwares to use, right? So that's one thing to do. And each one of them will have their own developers. They maybe have developers here. They hire developers on the outsource back here, and this company may also have its own development, right? So that's the two basic models you could do to get to an ERP that you want to use. Most of the ERP companies are going to offer that on a cloud hosting environment. They're also a lot of them will offer it on bring it on your own premises. But however they offer it, the problem is that they retain control over the entire code, right? They control control of the code. So if we ask them, if it doesn't have, if we go to Paragon, didn't mean to erase them. If we go to Paragon and they are telling us, we tell them we need something and they tell us no, then we're stuck. We can't do anything. Maybe they can't do it. Maybe their developers can't do it. I don't know. They tell us no. So we either have to fight with them and so on and so forth. And they tell us no a lot of times because they have a bunch of other customers using the same system, right? Other customers down here. Another scenario is, and I heard this with Abyss the other day, is that they've been at it for 40 years and they got these other plugins and stuff you could put in, and if you ask for them, and they can develop a plugin in 45 days, right? If they develop that plugin, though, it's not just for our hosting, it goes for all of the customers that they have hosting. So it's available to all their customers. So we can't be ingenuitive. We can't spin up our own stuff without everybody else seeing it and getting it. That's a problem for me. So everything in all the scenarios that we're looking at, and we're shopping this scenario here where they control everything is not equitable for me. That's the first blocker for me. That's why if I start looking into NetSuite or Oracle or Microsoft Dynamics or Real Steel or all these other ones out there, as soon as I see they block me on this business model, I'm done. Because the truth of the matter is, these things we're shopping for down here, if I have the right business model where I can control it, I can edit these or make my own. So let me explain to you how that happens with Odoo. Odoo has multiple tiers of what they do with their licensing. The first one is cloud hosting. This is what we was on when you guys come down here and brought your whole crew, and we didn't really have anything to show you because we couldn't get anything done with them, but we were operating. It was just not correctly installed. So they have a second version that they bring it called the SH Cloud, and this is what we're currently on. When you bring it to SH Cloud, you can stay in this model where they have control of it. You could do that. Everything's fine. They'll keep all the hardware and everything going on this cloud version, and you can do some changing to it, but their team has to do it and agree to do it. All right. Well, they also have other option where you can just take it on the cloud and it's your own, right? So that's where we're at. We have a copy of their stuff on the cloud. It's our own. They just maintain the hosting environment. We pay them approximately $25 a month for user, and right now it's $200 or $300. I'll say $300 a month for hosting. They take care of that, and that's what they do, right? So that's what we got set up. That's what we're doing. What we begin doing. We decided we didn't like their service, though, so I approached this other company who is their top reseller in their library. They're consultants, they're developers, and they do a lot of other stuff. Their name is Bista. And I approached them. I said, listen, Bista, I want you to work for me because I have a database of Odoo, and you know how to do Odoo. They agreed. So I have agreement between them. They work for me. They don't tell me yes or no, I don't want to do that. Anything I ask them to do, they develop it if they can, because if they do, I'm going to pay them $30 an hour to develop it. Whereas if I was paying any other development, it's going to be $120 an hour. And then they have project managers, it's $40, and that's pretty much the only cost you'll have with them. So I have a contract with them to do that work, and I give them access to this, and they do it. So in this environment here, I am the boss. I tell them what I want to do. If I don't like them, I can take them out and get somebody else. But I control what I put on this thing right here. Odoo says if you break it, all I can do is replace your original model and you'll have to put your other stuff back in it. That's fine because we're using the system we use keeps backups of everything we do. So this business model right here, if we can't reproduce this business model with any of these people, we shouldn't be interested. I'm definitely not interested. We shouldn't be interested because there's going to be blockers. They're going to tell us no, and we're going to be stuck. We're going to be saying words like, well, the software didn't work for us or the company didn't work for us. But we need to get past that. We need to quit shopping. These things that we can create ourselves if we need to, and we need to have control of the environment. So shop the business model, please, and not necessarily the functionality. Most of them are going to have the functionality if they're in the business at all. Thank you. Please let me know if you have questions. I don't mean to be rude. I just want to make sure I get this point across because, I don't know, I think you guys feel like I'm not shopping like I should be shopping, but you don't have to shop long when this is what you're looking for. They either have it or they don't. Okay? Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.